Hello, and welcome to the Collins on the Rocks podcast. I am your host, Auntie Collins. This is the happy hour, and I have another guest. It is the Ella J, the famous Ella J from the internet.
I wouldn't say I'm famous, but I am from the internet.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm sorry I was late. I was making a hot toddy. Which, by the way, it is, what is the degree temperature? It just says cloud on my thing on here. So it's just cloudy. Maybe my phone will say it. It is 36 degrees and it's only 6 p.m.
I got 33.
Ooh. It's cold. It's cold out here.
30s is nothing for me, honestly. It's going to be in the teens and the single digits early next week. That's when I'm going to be a little bit like, 30s though ain't nothing here.
Is there snow?
Anyway. Yeah, oh yeah. It's been snowing like crazy the last 2 days here.
Can't relate. Sorry, can't relate.
You just get the ice, that's right.
Yep, we get the ice and nobody can drive. So
yeah.
So I brought you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I want to know what you're drinking tonight.
So you can't see it because it's in this massive, it's not full, it's probably filled to about here. But as per usual, I have my Deep Eddies lemon vodka, and I usually put it with Sprite, but I didn't have any, so I have ginger ale. So that's my usual, or Fireball, but I was like, I'm not going to drink Fireball on the air. So I got my vodka and ginger ale mix. That's usually my go-to.
I love that. Well, cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to a night of not talking about wrestling. I mean, we can talk about wrestling, but for those who don't know you, who the heck are you?
Well, we are going to have to talk wrestling if you're asking me who I am.
Yeah, who are you? Who are you without wrestling?
Like you said, I'm from the internet. I do professional wrestling writing and interviewing and correspondence for my full-time job. But as we're here to talk about today, I'm also a huge fanatic of reality television. Today we're talking about the Traitors, but like Big Brother, Survivor, The Circle, The Mole, Project Runway, America's Next Top Model was my shit. Like, used to watch Fear Factor, a lot of them. Also Total Drama Island was great too on Cartoon Network. That was so much fun.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a reality show on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it's an animated one though, so it's not technically it's like a satire reality show, but it's really fun too.
Oh. Well, if you didn't know, we love reality television. Last night was episode 4 of The Traitors. And if you don't want spoilers, maybe plug your ears. Go through some spoilers for you. What have you thought so far about this season of before we jump in?
Well, like the drama is definitely there, no doubt about that. But my heart is a little bit broken because my favorites are on opposite teams. Most of them are faithfuls. Obviously, like I said, I'm a big Survivor and Big Brother fan. And then obviously you have Nikki Bella, who's also in there. And I used to watch The Biggest Loser as well. So like I've watched Bob Harper since like 2006, bro. So I have a lot of favorites in there. So it's tough, especially when I have 2 of my Survivor people go out back to back. I was heartbroken. Spoiler alert, when they put Nikki and Jeremy in those coffins. I was like, and then there was a high chance of one of them getting murdered, and unfortunately Jeremy bit the dust right after Tony. So that was not a great start, but his death was avenged.
It was.
You got traitor on traitor crime and Bob the drag queen getting banished. So I personally felt fine with the ending because justice for Jeremy. I know our good friend, I know you're probably a little bit upset about it. So is our good friend Jose, but I was like, justice for Jeremy. So I was fine with it.
Well, I mean, I will say I love Traitors because the fashion, I don't know how it happened or what they put in like the before you come, make sure your outfits
Yeah, they're in Scotland, so
they're in
know.
Scotland.
Yeah.
I mean, even Tom Sandoval looks appropriate here,
Yeah, he
although he is
looks,
sweaty.
but his mind is not there.
Do you think that they allow them to like do illicit things?
That's what some of the tweets were saying, which was so funny. I mean, probably because they're not staying at the castle; they're staying at a separate hotel and car riding back and forth.
What?
They don't sleep at the castle. They don't sleep there. They sleep at a separate hotel and they go back and forth.
That would make sense though, because like I would be staying up late, like watching out the window or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because like they're back in the same outfits after they go do the challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
So they must like have an area where they can change. But
yeah,
some of the B-roll content, I want to ask you about it because some of the B-roll content, very pointed towards Tom Sandoval, very joking. Because there's like if you aren't familiar, Traders does a lot of B-roll content while people are talking overhead. That's just kind of a reality television thing. But there's this one part where Tom Sandoval is in the bathtub with a rubber ducky.
Yeah.
And he just looks like an idiot.
Well, they do that for dramatic effect. Yeah.
But I noticed that they really don't have like B-roll content on like Sam Asghari.
Sam has also gotten like no screen time.
No, none of the like in the moment or like whatever.
So
like
he's just gonna be like a random murder, like out of nowhere. Leads me to believe it probably he'll at least the halfway point. But yeah,
maybe
we have not heard anything from Sam.
Yeah,
which is good. He's laying low, but
I think he should have been like murdered early on. Just because
over Tom?
Yeah. Because at least Tom can like do the physical challenges. I don't know.
I guess. Fair enough. I don't know much about Tom Sandoval other than Nikki Garcia hates him and he's cheated on whoever.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
I'm obsessed with Vanderpump Rules. I've been obsessed for probably like season 5 was when I started being obsessed with it. Because I think that's when it started being on Hulu. Because whatever. But I was always a Tom Sandoval skeptical. He's so weird. We will talk about it because one of the first Survivor seasons I watched had Boston Rob on it.
Which one?
I think the first one, not All Stars.
Oh, okay.
I did watch All Stars. I remember
Pearl Islands. That was the first one he was on. Was Pearl Islands?
Pearl Islands, because that one also had
Sandra one.
Yes, Sandra. Oh, love Sandra.
I've never been a Boston Rob fan.
Never. He knows how to play the game, and that's why I was excited for him to be on the show.
That's true,
because it was going to be interesting. Because my biggest criticism of season 2 was after a couple of those faithful started ganging up on everyone, I started getting really pissed off because I was like, okay, I'm done. And then Dan from Big Brother like snitched on all of his other traders, and I was like, I'm done watching this. Dumb. But I knew that Boston Rob was going to bring something, but I didn't know it was going to cost me a Bob the Drag Queen.
Bob, the only trader playing a good game right now, shockingly, if you know the Survivor lore, is Carolyn. Like if you watched her on Survivor, she is a very emotional player and like, not hold back. Whereas on the traders, she's still emotional sometimes, but especially at those round tables, she is very like she has the facial expressions, but she's very quiet and reserved, which is so out of character for her. But it works well because let's say, I mean, once they get down to 2 traders, they have the option to convert. So theoretically, if Boston Rob or Danielle are banished next, whoever Carolyn and the remaining trader are, they have the option to convert.
Who do you think which one of the traders do you think is going to go home?
Next?
Yeah. Do you think that they're going to get Boston Rob out, or do you think that he's going to pit it against Danielle?
I would say yes, but also like Boston Rob is so good at like talking, and there's a lot of people that don't. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't know the Boston Rob like lore. So they might get persuaded by him. He can be so charming and convincing. So, but I think if Wes is onto him, I guess Wes is a big personality from the challenge. Him and Boston Rob going together, I think Wes might be able to convince people that Boston Rob is a traitor.
Well, that was that little glimpse right before the show ended. And he's got Nikki and he's got Tom, and I don't remember who else.
I'm fine with Boston Rob going. I'm fine. Like, right now, I need Nikki and I need Brittany safe. And I'm also rooting for Carolyn. I love Danielle in Big Brother, but like, she has not been doing well so far on the Traitors, and she killed Jeremy.
I know.
Like, come on. So right now, I'm rooting for Carolyn, Nikki, and Brittany.
Oh my gosh,
and Bob Harper.
I guess I didn't know that he had a heart attack.
Yeah,
because I was shocked that like he was not doing well on the physical challenges. And then he's going through, and he's just not able to physically do it. He's in his 50s.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all right. Should I block this person?
Goodbye, Ed. Goodbye. Dude, I don't know if you know, I met Nikki last summer, like maybe 3 weeks after they got done filming. And so we talked a bit about the Traitors, and she was telling me that she got close with Tony and Brittany. And so once Tony was banished, though, I was like, is Nikki next? And then she got put in the coffin. I was like, did Nikki accidentally give me a spoiler? But no, she survived. She did survive. But I was like, this is like my WrestleMania, guys. Like Survivor, Big Brother, and wrestling all in one place. This is my WrestleMania. I'm telling you.
You know, here's my thing about how reality shows that take something from everything, because they try to do like this genre.
Yeah.
A famous one is like Dancing with the Stars. You take
I used to watch that all the time too. Yeah.
You take a sports player, you take someone from Disney Channel, you take, Olympic athlete if the Olympics are, like there's something for everyone. They're not necessarily all reality stars. They're not necessarily like playing a strategy game.
Yeah.
Whereas like Traitors has been going on for a couple of years now. Did originate in the other in the UK, correct?
Yeah.
So, but like before this, if you want to like have multiple different kind of reality shows for some sort of competition, was the challenge.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people had access to the challenge, and not a lot of people knew about the challenge, or maybe they only saw like a preview episode. Astrid Pizarro in the chat. Hey. But there really hasn't been something like this. Oh, I guess Celebrity Apprentice, but that's like celebrity, not like.
Yeah.
I used to be a huge Celebrity Apprentice.
Maria was on it. I know that. That's about all I know.
So when I used to teach, I had my students who were, because I was also a dorm parent for transfer students, or like not transfer students, boarding students. So some students from other countries would come in, and the show that I would teach them English on was reality shows.
Okay.
And we started watching Celebrity Apprentice.
I'm so sorry.
And a lot of times they would like, they have no idea who any of these celebrities are, but they love like the game aspect of it. They love how conniving people can be, and like you and I had an alliance, and now you're not gonna, you went against it. And I think
There's also been like Celebrity Big Brother too, several times in the
Oh,
UK
yes.
and twice. Eva Marie was on Big Brother All Stars in the States here.
I remember this. Oh, she's a hoot and a half. But there have been so many like historical TV moments of like
Yeah.
you know, the first LGBTQ plus competitor was on, a Real World, and then on Survivor, and then
Mhm.
the first trans person was on Big Brother, and it's like
Mhm.
all these like talking points that you can have with people in
Mhm.
spaces that aren't their home space
Yeah.
is like, I don't know, it makes me emotional because it gets people from all different walks of life
Mhm.
having those kind of conversations in front of us on TV. And you're like, okay, this is either like heartwarming or like, I really fucking hate this guy now. Boston Rob.
I wouldn't say I hate Rob. I've just never liked him. There's definitely players I dislike more than Boston Rob, but I've
Oh,
never been a Boston Rob fan.
the
Ever.
guy that was on Survivor that faked his
Johnny Fairplay, who's
Johnny
also
Fairplay.
was in TNA,
TNA.
For a hot minute. Yeah.
Oh my
He has his own
gosh.
promotion, I think, or he still works in the wrestling scene, which is crazy.
What?
Also, Jenna Maraska, winner of Survivor in the Amazon, also wrestled in TNA.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. I should have had that on as our 20
Although
questions.
her match, don't watch that match though. It was not good. It's one of the worst matches of all time.
If you wanted to introduce someone to Big Brother, what season would you have them watch?
Season, I mean, I'm very old school, like season 6 or season 10, I would say. But if you want something more modern,
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I mean, season 25 was really, but the final, whatever, season 20 then. If you're going to go modern, I would say season 20.
I love
With Casey and Tyler.
Oh.
But if you're like overall, like season 10, that's what the season that Dan won, or season 6 is when I started watching.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a really good one.
Yeah, I think season 6 was one of the first seasons.
It was Janelle's first season.
Janelle's, yeah.
I started watching Big Brother at 8 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Old, actually. I should not have been watching it back then.
I want to know how you got into watching reality shows, because everyone has a story. So how did you get into it?
Well, it started with Big Brother in 2005, season 6. My family, we just watched it. Like I remember the first episode I watched was Pressure Cooker, which they were in there for like 14 hours. It's like this glass box and you have to hold a button and you can't go to the bathroom or anything until like every 3 people get eliminated. So if you're like the first one out, you have to wait till 2 more people get eliminated to be able to leave the box. So it was an endurance comp and it lasted 14 hours. So I was hooked from there. That was Janelle and Kaser's season. So it started with that. I mean, back then I also watched like America's Next Top Model, Project Runway. I mean, do kind of Extreme Makeover Home. It's technically a reality show, but like I used to watch Fear Factor all the time too as well. And then I found Survivor the same year I found wrestling. Although if you want to be technical, I technically was first introduced to wrestling through Project Runway, because on season 4, they had the divas and they designed ring gear for them. Like Candace, Michelle was on there, Michelle McCool, Layla, Crystal, Tori, and a couple. So technically that was my first like introduction.
I remember that episode. Oh my god.
But like I never followed up with it. I was more invested in I was watching Project Runway since season 2 with Chloe. And then the next year was when I officially started watching wrestling, and that's also the same year I got into Survivor. So I've been watching reality shows, whether it's competitions or just like MTV Made. I used to watch all the time. There was also this dating show. I don't remember what it was called. But like the parents would pick.
Was it Next?
I think so. But there was also one where the parents would pick like 3 dates for their daughter or son to like go on dates with, and then the son or daughter would narrow it down to 2, and then they would pick someone to go on with. But I also used to watch Next too, and MTV Made. So I've watched reality, whether it's competition or actual like reality shows, and then obviously Total Divas. Yeah, I've watched a lot.
I love it. See, and this is the thing that I can always fit in something somewhere, and you can just put it on, and it's such easy watch. So MTV basically like raised, our generation. So it's like every time I talk to my niece and nephew who are like, 16 and 18, and I'm like, yeah, we used to come home from school and just like turn on MTV, and like TRL would be on, and then it would go to like, Next or Made or like MTV Cribs or like something, and you just would sit there and do your homework and like have the TV on. Oh, it's the perfect ADHD thing. But like, where can you watch those? I'm sure you can watch them on the MTV.
So there's a lot of old MTV stuff on Paramount Plus. Like I was rewatching and MTV Made, and there was a wrestling episode, and Victoria was in there. Like Velvet Sky was in there. They like this girl actually trained with like AJ Styles, like a bunch of TNA people too. I was like, I never saw this episode, so I was rewatching it. I was like, this is so cool. So yeah, I was rewatching MTV Made on there. So yeah, there's a lot of MTV stuff on Paramount Plus.
Okay, yeah, I should probably re-up that subscription. I think that's how I watch Big Brother. No.
Yeah, it's on there too. Big Brother, yeah.
But yeah, reality shows you can just get sucked into, and then there goes your afternoon, and then you're
I know. Like once I get hooked on a show, I'm like watching it for hours. I've been watching Project Runway recently because I watched like also Dancing with the Stars. I watched like all the time as well growing up. But I've been watching the newer seasons of Project Runway that I haven't watched. I finished season 18 and I'm almost done with 19 now. Heidi Klum is coming back as the host of Project Runway, I think starting either later this year or next year. So I'm very excited about that.
Well, you know how well Miss Carly did. Or Carly?
Yeah, Carly Kloss, yeah.
Carly Kloss, yeah. For a second, that sounded wrong. Oh my gosh. But with reality shows. Oh, sorry. My husband is talking to my dogs. With reality shows, what would you like to see in the future that you haven't seen yet?
Oh, God, what hasn't been done? I actually don't know, to be honest with you. There's obviously been wrestling related ones like Miz and Maurice, and then Total Divas, Total Bellas. Like I don't know, like what is there that hasn't been done? I've been watching Ink Master clips on YouTube. I've been binge watching Ink Master clips. Like I've been watching full episodes via TikTok, actually. So I've been watching that recently too. I don't know, like what else? What would I do?
Yeah.
What hasn't been done? Like
I know what hasn't been done.
Oh, American Gladiators.
Oh my gosh. God, I
used to watch that too. But although I'm so sorry, my camera, I don't know.
I want to see people changing their lives. Like I want. Like it's not that I want like a Extreme Makeover or like a Biggest Loser again, but like I would love to watch like
Biggest Loser. I binged watched too as well.
As I'm sitting there eating ice cream. Yeah. But I would love to see some sort of reality show or something that it would be like taking people who are in their lowest of lows, like about to declare bankruptcy or like going through like a huge like divorce or going through like a mental health crisis, and like giving them like access to like healthcare and money and like good lawyers if they need it, and like kind of showing like how just adding like money or like things that support it could drastically change someone's life and the trajectory of someone's life. Because I just think of like I don't know. I saw this clip on TikTok that it was like an old clip of Katy Perry, and she was
Oh.
talking about her teeth, and even just a simple thing of like, yeah, I had to get all my teeth redone because I never went to the dentist as a kid, and the person was like, "Why did you go to the dentist as a kid?" And it's like, my family was poor.
Yeah. Like I've also binge watched like Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh
And
my
that
god!
because it's like funded by them. I've been watching that, and then it's really weird. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like it's a foot doctor. But I find it so fascinating because I basically finished all of Dr. Pimple Popper, and then there was clips on TikTok for it's very similar to it. It just focused on
For
feet.
foot?
Yes, I don't remember what it's called. But it's essentially the same thing. Like people have foot issues, and there's some really weird ones. I don't know why I watch it, but I was watching that too.
A foot person. All right.
Not me. But I had finished all the episodes that were available of Dr. Pimple Popper, and then more clips came up. See, this is what happens with TikTok. Like I find new shows.
Yeah.
Like I just watch full episodes like on TikTok. Like it's ridiculous.
I love that about you.
Like there's also like there's a reality show like surrounding the Dallas like Cowboys cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Too. So like I was binge watching that on TikTok as well. Like I'm not even a football person. Like just blame TikTok, bro.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So if you could be on a reality show, what reality show would you be on? And do you think you would win?
I would not make it on Survivor. Absolutely not. I'm not a dog person.
Did you ever make a video of yourself?
No, because I'm deathly afraid of bugs. So I would not make it simply for the bug factor alone. Mm-hmm. Also, like I burn really easily. I also hate the heat. Oh, so I could not like I complain if it's over like 75. Like I could not do like those 100. No. What do I think I could like maybe it'd be The Circle, like because it's like you can hide behind a screen. Like I do not have a good poker face. Like when we play like mafia party games or like any party games that require deception, it's really hard for me to keep a poker face. But like if you're behind a screen, they can't see your face. Like you know, it's easy. So I think I would say The Circle. Also, like I'm online like all the time. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I would like obviously know the lingo, and like that's my comfort. You know, I talk to people on the internet all the time. Yeah. So probably The Circle, honestly.
Well, would you be a catfish or would you play yourself?
See, it depends. Like,
how many catfishes have won? I would have to go through. But it's been a few catfishes.
Trevor won as a catfish.
Yes.
Just last season.
Yes.
Not last season. The season before.
The season before.
Olivia. Mm-hmm.
Olivia. Mm-hmm.
Those might be the only two. Oh no! Oh, I also watched the UK. Sorry, I'm thinking of Kate from the UK version. She won season 1 or 2. It was a he playing Kate.
Okay.
She won season 1 or 2 on the UK version. Yeah, I think the USA version. I think it's just Trevor and Olivia though that were catfishes that one. Oh. I could be wrong. I think there's been 7 or 8 seasons now.
There's been 7 seasons. And this last season with
Gianna. Yeah.
Gianna,
yeah. So 3, I think. 3 of the 7, I think, were catfishing.
Yeah. Because Joey won the first season, which I met Joey.
Oh, I'm jealous.
It was one of those things that like you hear the voice and you go, Joey from The Circle, and I go, it was just in like an airport or whatever, and it was just like, you're Joey from The Circle, and he goes, yeah, and I'm like, oh my god,
Did you take a photo?
Yeah, I have a picture. It's somewhere.
Okay, cool.
It's on my Instagram. Cool. But it's one of those things of, you know, pull down your mask. Oh, because it was 2020. Yeah, so it's like, but you hear the voice. I don't even have to see you.
You're like, wait a
minute. But yeah, one of my favorite shows to just binge watch, especially since those episodes come out in like
There's been people
threes
that
or
I
fours.
know on the show too. I was like, what is happening?
Oh my God.
I know two of the people that were on the show. I was like, bro.
Oh my gosh. That's my dream. Well,
Yeah.
that's my dream. We should
Probably the
just
circle. Yeah. I think
yeah, let's
because
audition.
you don't have to go. I mean, you could go on the roof, but like going like physical competitions aren't really like the name of the game.
Right. It's just like strategy
Yeah.
things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no
Mm-hmm.
physical
Yeah.
stuff. No thanks. Although if I can find it, it's on a camcorder. I have my American Idol
Oh, I used to
audition.
watch American Idol too. Like America's like Got Talent too as
Yeah.
well. Like, yeah, I used to watch American Idol. I started watching season 6, with Elliot and Catherine and Chris
Catherine Mickey.
Daughtry. Yeah.
I've been watching since season 1.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm also younger.
Yeah.
That was what, 05?
Yeah.
I started watching a lot of things in 05, it seems.
Well,
Yeah,
coming of
American
age,
Idol. Elliot Yamin is my favorite singer of all time. Chris Daughtry. Daughtry is like my second favorite band.
Do you see they're going on tour with Creed?
Yeah, I've seen Daughtry 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The concert when they're here in Washington is like a few days before my birthday. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is how I celebrate my own birthday is watching Daughtry and Creed. Oh my gosh. So
there's so many shows that like it's hard to remember all of them. But yeah.
I know. But that's the thing. It's like 20, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, the real world was there. And that's about it. TLC
Tough Enough technically is what I've watched. I watched 2010 and 2015 in real time. I haven't gone back and watched the earlier ones though.
It's a weird thing to go back and watch because I remember when they were available on the network, I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I was like, oh, this is rough. Oh
yeah,
this is rough, but it's fine. It's once you get through that first season, it's good. But what wrestler, since I know you from the wrestling world, you've got to interview probably every person that I have ever thought about and dreamed about. Your interview with my favorite guy, Mr. Kurt Angle, one of my favorite interviews. What wrestler would probably be the best on Survivor, and what would be the best on Big Brother?
So I've actually done a podcast about like which wrestlers would be great on Survivor, and the first person that always comes to mind is Xavier Woods for some reason, because he has like a psych degree, and he's like physically fit, so like I feel like, and he's very cheery. Like I don't think people would expect him to be like he could be cutthroat. So like Xavier Woods is somebody who I have like really good confidence in. Like he could like make it far, if not win Survivor. I also loved that John Morrison was on Survivor. When I met John at in Dallas a couple years ago, we talked about that. That was great. Big Brother. We've had Frank Udy, which is the son of Psycho Sid Vicious, on Big Brother. We've obviously had Eva Marie on Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother. Wrestler wise though, who would be like, the thing is you're trapped in a house for like, it's like the opposite of the wrestlers. They're never home.
I know.
You're trapped in a house for 3 months and nowhere to go but this closed off backyard. Like who could actually, I know there's people that I think would be entertaining, like a Chelsea Green. She'd be entertaining as hell. But like, who do I think could be a good like strategic or like social player? And who also like wouldn't go crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's an athlete who also needs to like wrestle. You know what I mean? Like they have to.
I don't know why Bailey was the first one that came to mind. Like she's very sociable, and I think she could do well in the endurance comps. I don't think she would she's very humble. I don't think she would get a big head. But then again, once you get into Survivor, like you have that paranoia and strategy that you come in with could go out. But I, for some reason, think Bailey because she's very grounded, very down to earth. She's fit. People like her. She can be social. She's great. She can be a mentor to people, but I think she could also like take a step back if needed. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Bailey.
Yeah, I also think she's not like a threat to people, because that's always like the biggest mistake, is when people come into, especially survivors, that they come in and they're like, I can do all these things, and like they flop on the first challenge, and it's like,
yeah, you gotta lay low, especially like in Big Brother. Like you don't want to win like the first HOH, head of household.
Oh my god, head of household,
yeah.
I feel like I think I could do well on Big Brother, but I feel like
I would be
also
paranoid.
Be the first.
I would
be the first eliminated.
Oh really?
Hell yeah.
I think I would be fine the first week, but like once you get in there, I feel like I would get one like stir crazy, but also I overthink in general. But to be in an environment where that overthinking would be heightened, like it would not be like, I think if I between Big Brother and Survivor, I would rather be Big Brother because less elements, obviously, weather elements. But I would go like stir crazy and also like the paranoia in there. I don't know how I would do.
I don't do.
But there is like less. I mean, obviously there's less lying. I feel like there's less lying in Big Brother. Although obviously, but that's because you don't have like a secret role. I mean, I guess you could have a secret power depending on the season.
Well, like with Survivor, they're also like quality of sleep is gone.
Bro,
and food, nutrition. But
also I cannot be a have-not. Oh my god, I would go crazy.
Oh my god.
But the good thing, okay, this is just me being self-deprecating. If I'm on slop, I know I'll lose weight. So then there's one plus.
Oh no. But I think with Big Brother, because I don't like when people talk about me behind my back. And because I'm so confrontational of like, just say it with your chest. Just say everything. And I would probably get punched. I would probably there would be something that it would be, because I need it to be.
I would need like assurances. Like I am one like a words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is my love language. Like, because I'm so paranoid. Like I need that assurance. Like all the fucking time. Like I would be so annoying and so paranoid that even like my number one ally is like scheming against me, or they secretly hate me. Yeah. So I think between the two, like I'd rather go on Big Brother, but like the paranoia I feel like would be worse on Big Brother.
Well, speaking of the tests of time, a test of strength and the test of will, I'm going to put you through some true or false. Okay? I'm going to ask you, I'm going to say the statement, and I'm going to say, is it true or false? And you have to say it within, I don't know, less than 10 seconds. I feel like that's a long time, but do it as fast as you can. Don't think about it. Trust your intuition. Are you ready to play the game?
Yes, but no.
All right. This is a mixture of reality, true or false questions, and from your home state, New York. And I mostly concentrated on upstate New York.
Thank you, because I was good. When I say New York, people assume the city. I'm like, no,
I know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I got you. All right. The first question. It's a reality show question. It is going back to 1948. One of the first reality television shows was Candid Camera in 1948. Is that true or false?
I know Match Game. I used to watch that too. I'm going to say false.
It's true. Okay. Back in 1948, they played it in movie theaters because not everyone had televisions. Anyways, number 2, the first dating reality television show was The Bachelor.
No, false.
Okay. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. See,
there used to be like mock-ups of dating shows and like TV shows I would watch, sitcoms. So like, yeah.
See, you don't even need to know the answer, and you got it. All right. So we mentioned in the moment or talking head testimonials. These changed reality television. The first reality television show to do this was The Real World. Is that true or false?
To do what?
The in the moment, like, talking head kind of
confessionals.
confessionals. Yeah.
I still feel like that's too recent. I'm gonna say false.
It's actually true.
Oh wow.
Because the 90s revolutionized
Mm-hmm.
how they did reality television. That was one of the selling points to MTV
Okay.
was those little confessionals. The first reality show to hit over 50 million viewers in a single episode was American Idol. Is that true or false?
I'm gonna say false. I feel like that'd be something Survivor would do.
It is Survivor. They averaged 52 million people.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They're successful as fuck. Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like they're not all household names, but they are household names for 50 to 60 million people. And it's still in like the 20s and 30s. Like 20 to 30 million people still watch.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right. So you are 2 for 2 right now. Question number 5. American Reality Television Awards, its own award show, was created in 2013 as an award show for reality television. The first show was hosted by Renee Young. Is that true or false?
I feel like it'd be like a Joel McHale or something. False.
It is false. Renee did host it at the 7th annual.
Okay.
But Michelle Visage hosted.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Question number 6. The first show to win a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Reality Competition was American Idol. True or false?
Drag Race has won a shit ton, though. But Drag Race came after American Idol. Well, I'm going to say true then, because American Idol came before Drag Race.
It is false. So the first time the award was presented was in 2003, and it was awarded to The Amazing Race.
Okay.
And they won it for like a billion times. I mean, not a billion, but a bunch of times. Well, question number 7. It's about Survivor. Survivor was first derived from a Swedish television show called Expedition Robinson.
Was it Swedish or what? I feel like it's like Switzerland. I want to say false.
It's true. It's true. Swedish television. That television show premiered in 1997, which is crazy. The first season of Survivor, the cash prize was only $250,000.
I don't remember what the cash prize was.
Is that true or false?
False.
It is false. It has always been $1 million.
Yeah. I was like, was it?
Well, it's like it's always the first or second season of things. Things aren't as much, but no, they've always had $1 million. Question number 9. The first season's winner of Survivor, Richard Hatch, was sentenced to 51 months in prison for failing to declare his $1 million earnings. Is that true or false?
I do know he had trouble with the law, but I don't know if it was for that. I'm going to say false.
It's true. 51 months. I think that they made an example of him because they were like, if all these people are going to be going on reality shows and not declaring their funds.
He was still invited back for All Stars.
I know. Oh my gosh. The first Survivor All Stars season was in 2003 and had 18 contestants instead of the traditional 16 for the first time in Survivor history. Is that true or false?
Would they not have had 20? I know. I think true.
It is true. It is true. It's weird. It's weird to think that it was only 16 for those first
Yeah.
couple seasons.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 11. Big Brother is based on the reality show of the same name in Switzerland. Is that true or false?
True.
It's
True.
false.
Like the Philippines or something.
The Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah.
I'm trying to trick you. All right. The first season of Big Brother, the cash prize. Oh, the first season to see the cash prize on Big Brother go up to $750,000 was
recent.
Big Brother 23. Is that true or false?
That's very recent. Was it 23 or 24? Or was it Taylor or Xavier's season? Oh. No. I'm going to say false, and it was All Stars 22.
False. That was the first year that the cash prize was
so true.
750. So it is true.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. Wait, you said false.
Didn't they
Sorry.
have a million for All Stars? I don't remember. Which was 22, season 22. Cody.
Oh my God. Can I type? I can't type.
And again, though, that's coming right off of COVID.
I know. Cash prize was only 500.
Wow, that's surprising.
That is surprising. All right, question 13. There are only 2 U.S. contestants who have won 2 different seasons, each individually, for Big Brother. So 2 separate U.S. contestants have won 2 different seasons.
Nicole do you count Reindeer Games? Nicole has won twice.
I'll count Reindeer Games, yes.
I don't think anybody else has won twice. No, nobody else has won. Do you count? True, false. I think
it is false.
Nicole. I think it's just
Nicole is the only one who has won twice. Now, for Big Brother US players, there have only been 2 people who have appeared 4 times. And Nicole that's Janelle and Nicole. Is that true or false?
Nicole has. That's true. Why do I want to say Janelle was 6, 7, 14, and 22? Yeah, I think that's true.
That is true. Yeah. There have been a slew of people who have been on 3.
Yeah. There's a shit ton. Yeah.
All right. That closes our reality show answers. Now we are going on to the state answers. Okay. Don't think. Just breathe. We got it. The state capital, Albany, was declared the state capital because the city of Kingston burned down by British troops in 1777. Is that true or false?
Watch it actually be like 1778. Sure, why not? It's true.
I didn't do any of those kind of.
Sure, why the fuck not?
That is true. 1777. Mm-hmm. Would be a very different state if it was Kingston, for sure.
Yeah, like bumfuck
there's
nowhere.
Nothing there. Exactly. Nothing. One of my ex-boyfriends lived in Middleton, and every time that I would drive up from New York City, we would, just drive around that area, and we accidentally started going into the Catskills. And he was like,
you went way up.
Yeah, he was like punching the steering wheel, and he's like, "We're gonna run out of gas." And I was like, "Oh, this is fun! Yeah."
I've never been to the Catskills. I've been to Albany. I've not been up. Yeah. I have a friend who lives up in the Catskills, but
yeah, you can go real far into the middle of nowhere. All right, question 16. One of the first movie theaters is in upstate New York.
Sure. No. We're not known for like movies, but Buffalo was very successful, and like Buffalo was the most wealthy city in the year 1900 in the Industrial Revolution. That's one thing I remember. But like movies, we're not like known for movies, especially upstate New York.
Is it true or false though?
False.
It is true, actually.
Where?
Let me go back to the article. It's in like Niagara County or something.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So basically Canada is what you're saying.
Basically Canada.
Yeah.
And it's still running today. It's like a little mom and pop little guy. The invention of the cocktail, speaking of Niagara County, was created in the 1800s in Niagara County.
That'd be like the Industrial Revolution, probably. Sure, why not true?
All right. Do I have a story for you? Yes, it is true. Hustler's Tavern was a busy place that was frequented by both sides of people fighting in the War of 1812. Owner Catherine Hustler catered to both sides, and she would buy live chickens and cook them up for the army. She would pluck the chickens and put a feather in each drink and called them cocktails.
Oh my God. I feel like I would like choke on that feather, bro. I would choke. You trying to choke me, lady?
How does that feel that like you live in the state that invented the word cocktail?
I mean, that's fine. I enjoy cocktails.
Yeah. Well, last episode.
I'm glad we've evolved from feathers.
Yeah, from feathers. Yes, exactly. Tom Cruise filmed Mission Impossible in Athens, New York.
I know we've filmed The Purge in New York. Athens, though? Why would you make that up? True.
It's false. None of the Mission Impossible movies.
I was like, why would they go to New York? And then I was like, why would you make that up at the same time? Like, why would you go anywhere other than New York City? But I was like, Athens seems so fucking random.
I know. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. One of the most historic miniature golf courses is in Rochester. It opened in 1930.
Fucking Rochester?
In Rochester.
False.
It's true. It's called Whispering Pines. It has since been restored. All right.
Me and Jose have to go there next time then.
Yeah. When it's not snow.
Yeah, obviously.
Feet of snow. All right. We have two more Buffalo questions.
I have not had a single Buffalo question yet.
Number 20. The Edward M. Cotter is a Buffalo fireboat, and it's the oldest active fireboat in the world. Is that true or false?
What the fuck is a fireboat? Like that defines
it's like a fire truck, but
like why are you in the water? Like why would you put it in the water? Like the water's
catch on fire.
Okay. What is a fireboat? How are you going to save someone from a fire with a boat? Like, what is a fireboat? That could be on like Lake Erie or Lake Ontario or something. Like that would be the only. I mean, it wouldn't be in one of the like Finger Lakes. It would have to be on Lake Erie or Lake Ontario if that's true. Sure, true. Why the fuck not?
I can't believe you don't know anything about. So when I was looking up facts about Buffalo, New York, this was like the first like thing of like the most active fireboat is in Buffalo, and apparently people come out to see it.
I wonder if it's near the Canal Street. I wonder if it's downtown near the canals. It'd be the place that I would think it would be at.
You know, I can't tell you because I've been to Buffalo only one time.
Well, it'd be on Lake Erie in that case then.
All right. This is your last question. Buffalo is New York is known for many things.
Yes.
Wrestlers, sports teams,
Chicken
but
wings.
it is the birthplace of the buffalo chicken wing. Was the birth of the buffalo chicken wing an accident? True or
Oh,
false?
true.
It was an accident. He was getting the leftovers of the
Mhm.
chicken and he just happened to accidentally pour hot sauce on them and he was still going to eat them. So he just coated them all.
I'm personally not a chicken wing person, but
Do you eat? So if you don't eat chicken wings,
mainly because I don't do like hot. I don't do
okay.
hot.
So when you have like a party or whatever, what do you eat?
The cheese platter and the sweets, the chocolate.
Iconic. Well, let me count this. So we have one,
Don't count it.
two,
No, please don't count it. I probably got a
5,
30 to
6,
30% on this.
8, 9, 10.
I probably got a 30% on this.
11. You got better than a 30. I'm so
I'll take
proud
a 50.
of you. Listen, you got more than 10, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So pat yourself on the back. I'll make sure that I ask you more Buffalo related questions.
Who the fuck knows anything about Kingston, New York, or Athens?
I don't even think the people of Kingston, New York know anything about
No.
themselves. Oh my gosh. Well, this is the point of happy hour where we've had our fun, we've had our games, we've had our get to know each other. And now I want to ask you a couple serious questions. Okay. I know that you and I have only really kind of known each other for the last, I don't know, year and a half. But we are friends, right? Right?
Yes.
We're friends? Okay.
Yes.
So I have these cards here. And I have no idea what questions I'm going to ask you. But they are very personal. If you don't want to answer them, you can drink.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm going to ask them. You don't have to answer them about me.
Are they from a game?
Well, it's called the and.
Oh, okay.
But they are friendship building cards.
Okay.
So I'm just going to shuffle. I don't know how to shuffle. I got two small hands.
I don't either.
All right. What is a mistake in life that you keep making repeatedly? And why do you think you keep making this mistake? We went real deep, real fast.
Going back to people who have hurt me, thinking that they'll somehow be better, or like still wanting their attention when it's clear that they don't care.
No, I know what you mean though.
Mm-hmm.
My therapist always tells me that I mistake kindness for friendship all the time, where people are kind to me. And then I'm like, oh, we're best friends now. We're friends. And then I share all these things about my life and they clearly, like, it's hard for me to get like social cues sometimes. But then they like either use it against me or like show their true colors. And I'm like, I
don't like spill my guts like that anymore. But I mean, like people who I know have like hurt me or it's clear like they don't care or whatever. I still try.
Yeah. I always want you to feel like you can. Oh my God, I'm not going to cry. I want you.
You asked the question.
As your friend, I want you to always try. Like, but I do want you to protect yourself, but I always want you to try. So don't lose your sense of wonder. Thanks, Leanne Rhymes.
I listen to that all the time. I listen to that.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Oh my gosh. What's one piece of advice you have for yourself regarding life?
So I think I go back to my high school quote, By the way, this year's I know you're gonna say this year's my 10-year high school reunion. And I'm like, oh my God. I know what you're gonna say.
I did.
What did you do?
I've
Did you get drunk?
I got so toasted drunk because it was at a casino here. So it was a casino with a hotel and resort and all the things. So like we got to like really enjoy everything. My high school crush who was married. We attempted to hook up.
Okay.
But he got like whiskey dick. So
what the hell does that mean?
Whiskey dick? You don't want to know what whiskey dick is?
No.
It means I can't.
Why is it called whiskey though?
Because they're drinking and they can't.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They've drank so much that they can't perform.
Got it.
Wow, I got to teach you something. I truly am an auntie here. But yeah, that's the one thing I regret. And then a lot of people like messaged me and they were like, you were in prime condition. And I was like, I don't remember anything because I was.
Well, I think I will. Although I don't really know. That's a whole separate conversation. I don't really know how does one get it coordinated. I don't know how that works, but we'll find out. But yeah, my senior quote was, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind never mattered. So I think that's the one that I just go to.
That's a good one though. I don't know if I want to do this one. It says, do your best impression of me. Honestly, I'll take it. Okay. What do you think makes you sexy? And not like sexual, but like not just cute either. Like what makes you like?
I mean, again, I don't want to be self-deprecating, but nothing. Like,
no,
I don't have like any self-confidence, bro.
Well, we'll find it for you. We'll get the
like the only time that like I'm confident is when like I'm interviewing. That's about it.
Okay. You wore a dress, and I have the same dress, by the way. That red flowery dress
that I've only worn once. I only bought for SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. But so here's the thing. I've always fangirled over you because I've always seen your stuff. And when I say fangirl, I see like you are doing the thing that I want to do one day. Like I want to be interviewing people. I want to be doing all the things, going all the places, having respectable people know who you are, acknowledge that. So when I saw you doing the SummerSlam stuff and you're just doing like all of the videos and you're pumping them out all the time, and I'm like, yes, Ella, look how confident you are, and you look stunning. That dress was made for you. So
I appreciate that.
See, that's what I think makes you. That's what makes you sexy, is when you're confident and you're doing something that you are proud of. No one can take that away from you. Okay. What's a favorite memory of yours that you like to visit?
Like personally or professionally?
Either.
The first thing that came to mind, I don't know if it was like a breakout moment. God, it's gonna be 4 years in August. Was being involved in NWA's first ever all women's pay-per-view, Empower. And getting to be, getting to help put together the card for it. And two, getting to be part of the actual show, being part of Melina's paparazzi. Me, Samira, Dia, Shin, and one of our other friends, Will, were a part of that. So, like, getting to be a part of that historic moment, I feel like. And also having one of my idols, who's now a friend, value my opinion enough that I got to help her put together the card for it.
Mickey James?
Yes. is always like cool and
Mhm.
surreal. So yeah.
I love that. Um, if your life was a movie, what would the title be?
Oh my god. Ugh. The first thing that came to mind was complicated, but like I don't know. Like
I mean, that could be it. That's fine.
I don't know. Like if my life were a movie, I don't know.
It's not over, so.
I'm trying to think of the proper adjective. Ambitious introvert. Like that's the best thing I can think of. I'm such an introvert.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. If you could grant one wish, what is that wish?
Oh no, I'm gonna get canceled if like I don't pick something like good.
Eliminate like world peace, like end hunger, like solve, the homeless crisis.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you. You get one wish for yourself.
One wish. Okay, so like I've always wanted, like, you know how like Chris Van Fleet is like always traveling to like do interviews. He has like his own show. Like he makes money like off of like, you know, like my biggest dream in the wrestling space is to like have my own like monetized, or like people pay me to interview people, like, you know how Renee Paquette had her own like podcast for a while, like she had sponsors. Yeah, she had sponsors. She had her own, you know, I don't even need my own studio. Like just getting monetized, or like getting to travel and do guests, having sponsors, like that is like the dream. Like that is like the dream gig that I want.
I love that. I guess
that would be the one wish.
I love that for you. What is the most unique thing about yourself?
Well, that was the first thing that came to mind. Is I can name all the Royal Rumble winners in order. I'm so weird. Also, now the alcohol is hitting me now. Yeah.
See, this is perfect. So this is where the podcast actually starts. I'm now like, starting the stream.
Maybe it's not like necessarily unique because there's a few people that have done this, but like I got my degree in psychology, and now I'm in professional wrestling. I mean, I know there's wrestlers themselves who have degrees in psych and are now wrestling in the ring, but also like I feel like, I mean, there's other people that maybe don't. Like, I don't have a formal background in like journalism and like all that stuff, but like now I'm like doing it for like a living. So I think that's cool. I kind of like, I learned along the way, kind of like self-taught and taking things as I go. So maybe that, I guess.
Hey, I have a journalism minor.
I'm a creative writing minor. I took journalism and comm courses in college, but like
same thing.
My minor was creative writing.
I also have a minor in theology, but we won't talk about that. Oh my gosh. All right. What part of your life do you think people are jealous of? And what do you think a part of me that you are jealous of?
I'm jealous of your extroversion because like you have like no problem like talking to people, like, and like expressing yourself like openly and like being just like unapologetically you. Like I'm not like that at all. Like I've always been borderline. Like when I take the personality test, I'm always 51-49, 51% introvert, 49% extrovert. I'm always on that border. Like I am, like I wish, and like at least to me outwardly, you have like the confidence, like to talk to people and like just confidence in general.
It's delusion.
You know, that's delusion. Fair, but you still have it. Whereas like I don't, unless I'm in my element interviewing. That is like the only time.
That's
what was the other question?
What do you think people are jealous of you of?
Nothing. They shouldn't be. Like
nothing. I literally just told you all the things, and I go, "Oh, that made me a fangirl."
Yeah, I mean, Kurt Angle, like that's a dream. Like, yeah, I feel like I tell.
How the heck did that happen? By the way,
I got an email. for an opportunity to interview him, and I jumped on it.
So you basically know someone that was like, hey,
Like I guess people have noticed my writing work, so I've been added to a lot of like PR lists for like wrestlers and like agencies or people working with wrestlers. So I get sometimes random emails from PR organizations that I've never even heard of, just like with sometimes opportunities come about. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. But I've gotten added to more lately because I guess they see my work and I have my email like posted everywhere for that reason.
I should probably do that.
Yeah. I'm a writer as well. So yeah, that's how that happened. And I was like, you know, because he's like literally my I mean, okay, so I'm weird. I have like an order. Like he's my fourth favorite wrestler of all time. I was like, what?
Who's your order?
Shawn Michaels, Mickie James, Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, and Edge. I've interviewed or asked questions to in press conferences to my top 4 of all time. I just need Adam Copeland now.
We should go find him.
I mean, there's a possibility he's back, so this year could be the year.
I have to print out his tweet to me that started this whole shenanigans. Awesome. I have to have him sign it, right? That's the only thing.
I love him. Him and Randy are the only ones in my top 10 who I have not met. I'm like, ugh.
And it's so like, it's not like it's unattainable, but it's like to get to that, like,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to know mine, Kurt Angle. So you can see Kurt Angle is
I love
right
Kurt
there.
So much.
Kurt Angle. I cry every time his theme comes on.
He was the 3rd wrestler I ever met.
Cry every time. One of the cameos I have of him.
I have an old it was called Celeb VM. It's the same thing. But I have one from him from 2015.
Oh my gosh. Well, the one that he has something on his lip. Like it was like spit or something. And the entire time I'm like, oh no. But yeah, it's Kurt Angle, it's Adam Copeland, Edge, it's Adam Cole.
Okay.
It is Nigel McGuinness. And then see, this is the thing. It's like it interchanges between like Effie, which obviously I have a tattoo of Effie on my body. Yeah. How can he not be in my top 5? But then it's like China.
Yeah.
Like I have so much
like
China
6 through
stuff.
10 are a blur. Like I know Ricky's in there, the Miz is in there. Like
it could be a different order
a blur for me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do you think life is teaching you right now?
To be more not aggressive, but like assertive with the things I want, because like I mean, I feel like we all mope around and like of course we're like happy for others' success.
Yeah.
But we're always like, why can't that be me? You know? But also part of it is like I haven't been like had I been more assertive, I might have been able to do the same thing. Or like, you know, actually like try and reach out and try and get on track for the same thing. So I think it's just being more active and assertive in my path to achieve the goals that I want to, instead of like, I mean, of course, we're all going to have those moments where we're like, ugh. But of course, at the same time, we're happy.
I know.
You know?
But also seeing people who don't deserve it right now.
I mean, that too, but
that's also.
But I just keep my mouth shut.
Mind-blowing.
There is people on national television in the biggest company in the world that are biggest pieces of that like I have personal beef with, but but I won't say anything.
But you won't.
I just like karma, work it out. That's all.
I think I burned myself with some people because I'm blocked by a lot of WWE legends.
I am actually, that I'm aware of, I'm not blocked by any wrestlers. The only personality I'm blocked by is Teddy Long, but everybody is.
Everybody's blocked.
But I am not blocked that I know of by any like AEW or WWE like wrestlers or legends from what I know.
I am currently
like
blocked.
not even JBL.
I'm blocked by JBL. And it's because while I was watching the Dark Side of the Ring episode about Brawl for All, I said, I'm so glad that he got punched. But I didn't even at him. I just said, I'm really glad that he got punched in the face.
Copeland and Shawn Michaels, granted, Shawn doesn't run his own account. They have a lot of people blocked.
Yeah.
I am not blocked by either of them, but like if I ever got blocked, I would be devastated.
I would be crying on the floor.
And I know if Shawn Michaels ever blocked me, that it wouldn't be the actual Shawn Michaels.
Right.
But like that's a fear in the back of my head because so many people are blocked from his account, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of people would be like, I don't know what I did. I'm like, something. I don't know.
I would never, like, Shawn is my goat. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I would block someone who said that I deserve to be punched. I like
fair.
I get it, but also,
I don't think you care that much though.
I don't care.
In that instance, anyway.
When did you realize that you could trust me?
I don't know if I still am because some of these questions, like, I never know.
Is it because I am so real and I run late and I'm a real person?
You did run late, so
I was late.
I guess to be determined is the answer.
Listen, I'll take back that $10.
I already transferred it. I transferred it within 1 minute.
That's how you know you're a real one. Oh my gosh.
I was like, how did you get my Venmo? Then I realized it's in my milkshake. It's in my public.
It is. That's how I got it. I saw it in your profile when I was putting in your not hashtags, your account names. And I said, oh, you have Venmo? Well, for how many times I've had to change things up? Yeah, I got you. You kind of already answered that kind of question. Okay. Oh, right. How is your relationship with your family? And what do you want to improve with your family? Is family important to you?
I think that one I'm going to sip and skip.
Yeah. Same. This is another parents one. It was no. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one's shady. What's one improvement I could make in my personal appearance? These are supposed to be relationship building. Don't answer that one. That was mean.
I was like, I don't think there's anything. I was gonna say personal appearance wise, I don't know. I was like being on time, maybe.
Oh my gosh. It's only because I literally got home from work.
I know.
I had to walk my dogs. Oh my gosh. What do you think I'm learning from you? How to be on
time. I don't know. I'm buzzed right now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
Learn from me? I don't know. Like I'm still trying to improve myself. I mean, I guess you can be like me and not be blocked by wrestlers.
Yeah.
Be blocked less by wrestlers. That's what you can learn from me.
I love it so much. All right, this will be their last question for tonight. In 15 years from now, where do you want your relationship with wrestling to be, and where do you want to be?
I mean, I still want this to be full time. Like I
15 years from now,
I would hope that like I have my own like either show or get to like travel more often, or like I mean, obviously make more money from it because like it's hard. Like I still don't even think I make. I mean, I get by, but I think overall, like money wise, it's tough, especially in wrestling. So obviously, I would like to have this be more. Oh my God, there's a word for it. profitable. That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Lucrative, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
lucrative is the word I'm looking for. Full time and travel more.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of work, but like, I really look up to people like a Denise and a Malcolm
Mm.
who have like really, especially Malcolm. He's really elevated his brand over the last year. Now he's like going to WWE events like on behalf of
On
himself,
behalf of
which is
himself, not
fucking
even,
awesome.
yeah.
So like that would be really cool to like go on behalf of myself, or like I said, be full time and be like paid like all the time to be sent
Mhm.
out somewhere. That'd be great. I guess just keep rising, keep growing like financially and like, professionally.
Well, I'm gonna get sappy because I'm buzzed. But I think you're gonna get there. You you have the trust of so many well trusted legends in this space, and I think that those connections. I think even in the next 2 years, even in the next year,
Mhm.
you're gonna go to insurmountable places because of your talent, and not just because you're a woman in this space or you're a young person in this space. I think that your talent speaks for itself, and you're good at what you do because there's a lot of shitty people.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing that I'm confident in is my interviewing, and I know I'm fucking good at it.
You are
I
good at
know
it.
I fucking am because
All right.
I've had people praise me. I've had people who are notable names like praise my skills. Like
Mhm.
that's the only thing I'm confident in. Like you will not hear me talk positively about myself a lot, but when it comes to my interviewing, I know I'm fucking good. So
Well,
thank you.
you are fucking good. And you're fucking good at everything else in life. And I can't wait for you to see it.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate this.
I can't wait for you to see it.
I hope I see it.
Done. You will see it. Well, tell the viewers where they can find you if they want to watch you succeed along the way.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Yeah, that's about it. At It's Ella J. I'm also a wrestling gal on YouTube. I will also be in, I guess this is technically the first place I'm announcing it. I will be in Toronto for Elimination Chamber.
Ooh.
I'm excited. It's my first Elimination Chamber. I'm really going for John Cena.
Yeah.
Um,
At Elimination Chamber, but not
it's 2 hours from me, so like, how could I not?
that's fair.
So I will be at Toronto. If you're there, please say hi. It's my first Elimination Chamber. A little nervous, but very
So
excited.
you have your passport day.
So in New York, since I live in New York, we can get into Canada with an enhanced ID. Like the border states, like a Washington, like a Vermont, like a
Yeah.
Michigan, you can get to Canada by land or by boat if you have an enhanced ID. You can't. You need a passport to fly, but I mean, just take the train. Like it's an easy 2-hour train ride. So yes, I have my enhanced ID to get into Canada.
Very interesting. Well, I'm so
You
proud
can
of you.
get into Canada with an enhanced ID.
I can.
Or if you have a passport, obviously.
You know what I've been waiting for is to legally change my last name. You know,
Yeah.
It's only been 9 months since I got
Mhm.
married. It's only been 9 months.
Low key, I've been thinking of changing my legal last name to Jay because when people call me by my shoot name, like who was that?
I don't
I'm so used to it now that it's so weird.
when so my I don't my shoot name I don't acknowledge because it's not me. It's never been me.
Mm-hmm.
But people will still be like, "No, that's your name." It's like, but is it?
I mean, to the IRLs, as we call them, sure. But like most of my friends are wrestling people. So like, or like when I have to sign my legal name on stuff, I'm like, who is
that? I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know her. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
If you liked this content, if you want to see more of this, like, share, subscribe. Tell us all in the chats who you want to see on the show next, because I had a lot of fun, but it also might have been the hot topic.
Yeah, I feel my alcohol in me, which is why I'm chugging this chaser right now.
It's been a pleasure to be on the show with you, and hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.